It's Christown out and about here in Chelmsford in Essex. Very short walking video starting in the cathedral precincts. Now I'm going to walk up to the station and back to my hotel. I'll comment on what we see as we go along. Across the road there is a pub called the Golden Fleece. And we're now at Beresford's, which is an estate agent. And needless to say, the prices here are quite expensive. £1,300 a month for an unfurnished flat. Quite a lot of money. And to buy, you were looking at, well, this is rent to only by the looks of it, Beresford's. Oh, hang on, one there, £575,000. Looking yesterday in another window, £400,000. Well, that's a low base point in a place like this, I would think, from what I saw in yesterday. 595, that one. Anyway, ahead is the that's the railway line going across that bridge there. We've got another estate agent there, have we? Yeah, we're looking at well, they don't even put prices up here, so you know, where I come from, that says there's no point me trying to move up here because I couldn't afford to live in a toilet in an area like this. There's a Pizza King there, pizzas and different things. Back down that way. Quite a lot of grand buildings in Chelmsford. Connections to the law. There's a statue of a former Lord Chief Justice here. I can't think of his name. I've got a picture of it, but he's very important in the echelons of the law. He was the Justice of the Court of Common Pleas, which, if I can remember from my legal days, was a court that basically anyone had the right to go and speak to a High Court judge on any issue that they wanted. Frank Whitmore, 1844 to 1920, was a county architect and the mayor of Chelmsford, 1892-83, and he designed this building, which was completed in 1909. And it's Essex County Council building, and you've got the Shield of Essex with the three swords. And behind that you've got this monstrosity of what looks like a 1960s or 1970s office development. So there's a security booth there and there's a barrier, but there's no, obviously it's a Saturday, it's no one there. So we've got more of your estate agents. 460,000. Oh, Hatchfield's Chelmsford 344. That's the cheapest I've seen. So if you want to live a little bit out of the city centre, then the entry point seems to be about 300,000. But if you want to live in the city centre itself, then you're looking at minimum of 425, 450,000. Missing persons poster up here. 17-year-old girl, 5'11", white British, wears glasses. Last seen on Tuesday the 5th of August in Brentwood. And they're asking for any information. Family are worried. Family are very worried and want to know that Brooke is safe. So hopefully that might have been resolved by now. Across the road again there's some new, probably I should imagine to be housing development going up, flats. And we have a large army. You don't see army careers offices around anymore. We used to have one in Maidstone, but it was tiny. But this one here in Chelmsford is huge. Huge army careers. And it tells you when it's the Royal Navy, the Royal Marines, the Army. Tells you when it's open, numbers to call. Army, find where you belong. Text Marine, text Navy. So they do the whole of the armed forces if you want to join up. And it's a very big office. You don't see them like that anymore. I mean, most towns probably don't even have an army recruitment office, but that is a large one. Cross over here, and church down there. This is Victoria Road South, and I need to get across quickly because there's a number 701 coming up here, which goes to a place called Sandon. Right, Prospero Teaching, whatever that is. And there's an old, very old street sign, Victoria Road South, in the old lettering. This is Victoria Road, that's Duke Street, back where I've come from. And now we're walking up here, and as you can see, Chelmsford railway station is ahead of me. More estate agents. What about flats? Well, even a flat is £1,500 a month unfurnished, £1,450 unfurnished. Another low price point again if you want to live slightly out of the city centre, £350,000. Oh, that is the cheapest I've seen, an apartment near, it's leasehold though, so you might buy that thinking, oh, I've got this for 190,000, and then all of a sudden you get a letter saying your lease is up for renewal, and the price to renew the lease is 750,000 or something like that. So buying leasehold, it is very much caveat emptor, buyer beware. So this may have been a Methodist church, or it may have been built more recently to look like it could have been a Methodist chapel or something like that. This is the brew house and kitchen, and last night that was very busy. There's the front entrance to the station, and we had this mural on the wall of this pub, the Railway Tavern. I think that's a pretty impressive mural. I don't know when that was up there, but it shows an old steam train and the old style carriages and a semaphore signal. So yeah, so as you can see, that's the railway bridge above. There's the front of the Railway Tavern. Can't really see, yeah, it looks dark and dingy in there, but like a sort of long bar. I'll try and cross the road without falling over. As you know, my videos, I tend to like to show places and not people, so I'm obviously moving the camera around so as not to include people in my videos. There should be a short passage up here somewhere. Here we are. The Original Plough, another pub. Now I take this short passage, which is around the back of the railway station, and I'm going back to my hotel. I've got the music programme for today. I thought it started at 11, but the first artist is Sheena G from America, and she's on at 11:45, so I've got time to go down to the cathedral and do this. The Plough, the Original Plough, another pub. You're certainly not short of pubs if you live in Chelmsford. What's Chelmsford like? I've seen diverse people. I'd say predominantly still white British though, although there do seem to be a lot of people on bikes doing deliveries. There's a view up towards this old signal box. It does make you wonder if these are the migrants who aren't supposed to be working that people are complaining about. I saw a few barber shops, not as many as in Maidstone, but I saw a few, and yeah. So my hotel is called The Ship, and it's up this way. It's very nice actually. It's a pub with rooms above on a sort of well, you'll see, I'll show you the back of it, then I'll stop filming. It's a sort of I don't really know how to describe it. It's sort of a modern design, a sort of a building on top of a building, if you know what I mean. Well, the entrance is like sort of metal, so I think it's sort of clanked together. And now we come to the most interesting little pub I've found in Chelmsford, which is the Royal Steamer, which is here. Steamer Terrace, and cute little pub that is. Didn't go in there, but it looks very nice, and looks very cosy. And yeah, it looks very cosy in there indeed, looking in there. Cosy seating. On Wells Street over there's got a bridal shop. So that's Steamer Terrace, a narrow alley. And then you've got these houses along here, although some of them are businesses. That's Hair Development UK, hair replacement specialists. Oh, actually, Chelmsford Wellbeing Centre. It looks like this could be Chelmsford's answer to Harley Street in London. Yeah, there's a Chinese medical centre there. So the ship is coming up ahead. Hair salon there. Signal yard over the road is another pub bar. Another barber shop over there called Wilson's. And here we have the ship, which is where I'm staying, and it's got this large car park, which I think people use as a convenient place to park to go around the town. There were quite a few people in here last night, but not as many as the cars were outside. No, you can't actually see the extension, but which is the hotel, that well. As you can see there, you've got like a metal staircase up to the rooms. My room doesn't have a view, unfortunately, but it's pleasant enough. So anyway, that's Chris Town out and about here in Chelmsford, and that's my walk from the Cathedral Square to the Ship Inn, where I'm staying for a couple of nights. Bye for now.